The girl behind the mask. She was born on a quiet autumn morning, when the city was still asleep under the rain. Small, thin, with big eyes and a mole on her cheek that, as her mother thought, ruined her whole face. Even as a child, Lily heard words that cut deeper than a knife. "What are you doing? With that face, you'll never become a singer. Don't dream," her mother said, standing in front of the mirror, putting on lipstick. Her mother was beautiful. The kind of woman men turned to look at, but Lily wasn't. She was weird, ugly, out of place, even in her own home. As a child, she loved music. Every evening, she turned on an old tape recorder, sat down on the floor, and sang along with the famous singers everyone adored. She closed her eyes and imagined herself standing on a stage, surrounded by lights, applause, and smiles. But every time she opened her eyes, she saw her own reflection, and the dream shattered. "You're not pretty, Lily. No one will ever look at you," she kept hearing again and again. Things got worse at school. Children sensed weakness the way wolves smell fear. "Hey, scarecrow," they laughed. "Move, I can't see the board," they shouted. Sometimes someone would pull her hair or hide her backpack. She stayed silent. She learned to stay silent because words didn't help. Every day she came home, sat on her bed, and sang. She sang softly so no one could hear. Only then did the pain stop burning for a while. She grew up, but the words didn't leave. They lived inside her, like scars under the skin. After school, she went to college, not the one she wanted, but the one she should. She still dreamed of the stage, but she never told anyone about it anymore. Dreams were the things she'd been punished for since childhood. One evening, a friend invited her to a karaoke night. Lily refused for a long time, but finally agreed just to listen. When one of the singers didn't show up, the host said, "Who wants to try?" Lily raised her hand. She didn't even know why. The stage light blinded her. People talked, not paying attention. The music started, and then Lily closed her eyes and began to sing. Her voice was pure, strong, a little sad. When she opened her eyes, the hall was silent. People were looking at her as if they had heard something real for the first time. After the song, someone shouted, "Bravo." And for the first time in her life, the applause was for her. She almost couldn't believe it. After that night, Lily began to sing more often. She created an online page where she uploaded her songs. Only one thing, she never showed her face. She sang wearing a mask so that people wouldn't see who she was, so they would listen only to her voice. "I'm just a voice," she said in her early interviews, when they began to invite her. People loved her. Thousands, then millions. They wrote, "There's truth in your voice. There's pain in it. It's beautiful." Fame came quickly, but she still wore the mask. White, smooth, with a silver pattern along the edges. It became her symbol. No one knew what she looked like, and people liked that even more. She's a mystery. She's a voice, not a face. Her songs played on the radio. Her music videos reached millions of views. She was everywhere, and yet no one knew who she was. But inside, Lily was still that same little girl they once mocked. Every morning, looking in the mirror, she asked herself, "If I take off the mask, will they still love me?" And there was never an answer. Years passed. Lily became famous all over the world. She was invited to perform at a prestigious music festival in New York, for the first time live, in front of thousands of people. Backstage, her hands were shaking. The mask lay on the table in front of her. She knew that millions of people were waiting for her to step on stage. The light from the stage hit her eyes. The crowd screamed her name. She put on the mask, walked out, and began to sing. Her voice was strong, but something inside her tightened. She saw in the front rows people holding signs that read, "We love you. You changed my life. Thank you for being you." And at that moment, she realized, all this time, she had been hiding from those who had already accepted her. Not for her face, not for her looks, but for who she was. During the final chorus, she stopped. Silence. And then, she took off the mask. On the stage stood that same ugly girl they had once laughed at in school. But now, no one laughed. No one whispered. The crowd rose to their feet. People clapped, standing. Some were crying. Cameras flashed. And she cried too. Not from pain, but from freedom. After the concert, her name was everywhere. Lily Hart, the girl who showed the world true beauty. Her photos filled magazines, but now she no longer hid. "I'm not beautiful by the usual standards." She said in one interview, "But I'm beautiful when I sing, because that's when I'm real." Since then, she never wore the mask again. Her songs became even deeper. People loved her not for perfection, but for honesty. Her voice became the voice of everyone who had ever felt not pretty enough, not worthy enough, not enough. And every time she walked on stage, she remembered that little girl standing in front of the mirror and whispered softly, "You did become an artist, Lily, just in your own way." And somewhere in the darkness of the crowd, there was always a girl, the same, with trembling hands and a big heart, listening. And maybe it was for her that Lily was singing now.